Hey guys, it's me Charuta and welcome to my channel. And if you're watching this video and you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe, because one of my goals this year is to hit at least 10,000 subscribers, because I have been making videos on YouTube for about 3 years and I think I deserve it. So please hit subscribe if you haven't. And on this channel I make a lot of videos about DIYs, fashion, thrifting and a lot of vlogs. So this video is about DIYing cute little summer crop tops, and recently I've been really into the vibe of like little crop tops that are really dainty, and I love pairing them up with high-waisted pants or denims or skirts. I think these crop tops are really versatile and I've been loving them, so I decided to DIY 2 of them for myself from a bedsheet. And I also DIYed my birthday dress from a bedsheet, and I'll link that video here in case you guys haven't seen it. So this is one of the crop tops that I made. It's a really cute tiny crop top that has this tie-up bow detail in the front, and it is pretty easy to make, and I sewed it on my mini sewing machine. So yeah, without wasting any further time, let's get into the video.
This is the fabric that I decided to use to make the crop tops. It's a block print bedsheet that I thrifted, and the first step that I did was actually sketching out my design onto the paper. I took all of these measurements using a measuring tape, and I quickly sketched the design so that I have an idea what I wanted for the crop top. So this particular design has one waistband that would be tied up at the back and 2 triangular pieces that would cover up the front portion. So I am using this fabric with the floral design to make the parts for the front that would cover my boobs. So I am just sketching out the design free-handed. I did not want to make a pattern, and I'm just cutting it out. And after cutting it out, I am using this particular piece as a stencil for the next one, and I just place it on top of the other piece and I cut it out. After cutting out the front pieces, the next step is to cut out the waistband. So I am cutting out this border that has this floral design going on for the waistband, and I'm just cutting it out throughout the length because I want it to be long. And finally have these 3 pieces, that is 2 front parts and 1 waistband. The next step that I did was hem the waistband as well as the front portion so that it looks very neat and gives a nice look. The next step after hemming the cutouts was pleating the triangular pieces, the front pieces that would go on the waistband. So I just pleated them by hand and stitched over them using a straight stitch to gather all the pleats in place. This is how the front triangular pieces looked after they were pleated and stitched. And the next step was attaching the waistband to these pieces. So I just marked the place where the pieces had to go, and I would just need to do a straight stitch to sew them. So for sewing it on the machine, I decided to hand sew them in place, and then I decided to do a straight stitch over all the 3 pieces to hold them in place. After stitching all the 3 pieces together, the final step was cutting straps that would form the halter neck for the triangular pieces. So here I'm just cutting 2 straps out of the floral print, and then I am just sewing it using a straight stitch on the wrong side, and then I would just turn it inside out. After turning it inside out, I marked where I need to attach the straps, and I did a straight stitch to sew the straps in place, and my crop top was ready. I am super excited to wear this 70s inspired halter neck crop top, and since it's a beautiful cotton block print crop top, I would be creating so many Indo-fusion looks with it. I followed the same strategy for the next crop top as well, that is basically sketching up a rough design and taking all the measurements so that I know what I need to cut and what measurements I need to do. So this crop top is basically a front tie bow crop top. So the first thing that I'm doing is I'm measuring and marking the places where I need to cut, and then I'm just cutting the piece. So in this particular crop top I would need 3 pieces. That would be the back piece and 2 pieces that would go in the front, which would tie up to form a bow. So this is what I'm doing. I'm just measuring everything up according to my sketch that I made, and I am cutting it out. So this peacock piece would form the back of the crop top. After cutting everything out, I had 3 pieces. The peacock piece was the back piece, and the other 2 pieces were the front pieces that would tie up to make a bow, and these pieces needed to be stitched at the sides. The next step was hemming the front and the back pieces so that they give a nice uniform clean look and they do not fray. After hemming all the 3 pieces, the next step was stitching the pieces to form a big rectangle. So I am going to attach the back piece that has peacocks on it to the side piece by a straight stitch, and I repeated the same process on the other side. So finally I had this big long rectangular piece that I tried on and saw how the fit was. So the next step was cutting the straps. I cut out straps according to the measurement and I stitched them on the wrong side, and then I turned the straps inside out to get clean uniform straps. After making the straps, I tried on the crop top again and I marked the point where the straps would go on, and I also marked the points on tie-up because I wanted the tie-up bow to be shorter than it actually was. So after marking everything, I cut it out using a pair of scissors. The first part that I cut out were the tie-up bow straps, and I used first strap cutout as a template to cut out the other one, and then I just hemmed the sides on my sewing machine using a straight stitch. The next step was stitching the straps onto the body, and I just used a straight stitch to sew the straps. The next part was marking a point on the back side of the crop top, and then again I used a straight stitch to stitch the strap onto the back. Once the straps were stitched, I added a dart at the back of the crop top so that the fit becomes a little bit better and more snug, and this is how the crop top turned out. I paired the crop top with a pair of high-waist red pants and I loved how it looked, and I could also pair it with jeans or skirts. The possibilities are endless and it is so versatile.
I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I had such a fun time making these 2 crop tops. Let me know in the comments below which was your favorite crop top. I pretty much like this one a tiny bit more than the other one, but I love these 2, especially the print, because I can like create so many Indo fusion looks from these crop tops. And I got the fabric from a thrift store for only $1, so I actually made 2 crop tops in $1, which is literally a steal because I've seen such crop tops on Urban Outfitters and all those fancy websites like ASOS and Free People, and they go for like $30 or $40, which is like insane because the amount of fabric that goes into these crop tops is barely anything. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, you know what to do. Give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And that's it for this video. I will see you in my next video. Until then, bye.